I'm Brian C. Hutson, and this is the Highland Sound.
You and I were friends before we ever met face to face.
Yeah, that's true.
And I think early on, we just recognized similar goals. And I think what I attached to you was like based on the fact that you wrote songs. And some of my first musical experiences, it was like you might get together with a couple of guys with guitars and they might have like worked something out, but there was no like communication seemingly between everybody.
Right.
And so I think the first time, or even before, it was like understood that we were going to work on your music, or like I said about the studio, I felt like our music.
Yeah.
At the time.
Yeah.
And that everything felt like some sort of collaboration. Like I know now you probably feel like you could make, hopefully, You feel like you could just make a record and play every part on it in some way.
Certainly.
But like at that time, it felt like, you know, you needed me to help.
Yeah.
You know, you needed musicians. We needed a band. I think that it was like you'd heard about people like Beck or Prince or someone like that at that time. It was like, we played everything on this record. How crazy is that?
Right.
You know, how talented do you have to be? You have to be like insanely talented. You have to have a lot of patience and know what you want.
Yep.
And be able to perform your own ideas.
It's so interesting that you say that, because I never really thought about it. I do remember when we were younger thinking, or actually never thinking of myself as the guy who's writing the songs. I feel like that maybe I was just put in that role because I knew how to and none of the other dudes did. Mm-hmm. But I really always viewed it as we are writing these songs.
Yeah.
I never saw myself in any of those bands as the songwriter.
Well, maybe you didn't view it as special or different or anything, but I mean, that's why I gravitated toward you. I had been in, you know, I wanted to be in a band before I owned an instrument or could play an instrument.
Yeah.
But, you know, getting together with you was like the first time I was like, okay, this is actually how it works.
Yeah.
Someone has an idea,
sure,
and we build on that. And,
yep,
you know, someone's got this idea and someone hears that and has this idea, and we, you know, kind of marry them and, you know, shape it together or whatever.
Yeah.
But someone has to have that idea.
Sure.
That's what the songwriter is, you know, whether or not you have it's complete or not.
Matt and I were in junior high together in Carrollton, Texas in the early to mid 90s, and we were big skateboard buddies, and he joined the band as a lead guitarist, and I didn't know Brian or Grady at the time, but at some point Matt invited me to go up to one of their rehearsals in Louisville or Flower Mound, and so I went and checked them out one day, and they were just awesome. I was really blown away by the quality of music that these guys not only had written, but were performing live, and I mean, we were like 13 or 14. And they just happened to be looking for a bassist at the time, and you know, I was not a bassist. I wasn't a musician at all at that time in my life, but knowing I had a friend who was in the band and I kind of had an in, you know, I was really motivated to get my hands on a bass and learn as quickly as possible, just in case I was able to get my foot in the door and join the band.
So I was talking to Dave from Toymaker, and he had reminded me of a couple of shows that we did outside of the battle where we had them play with us.
Dude, the, what was it? The Plaza Theater, Carrollton.
Man, the Plaza in downtown Carrollton was so awesome. I mean, that place, you know, over time kind of became to feel like our home turf. You know, we had band members spread across the Dallas Metroplex, and the Plaza was just a really good central point, you know, not only for us as band members trying to get to the show or have our parents drive us to the show, but also for our friends. And so I think because it was such a prime location in the center of all of us, it made it easier for us to draw some bigger crowds there. And I don't have exact numbers, but you know, I want to say there were, you know, some shows we did where there were around 200 to 300 people, but either way, it felt like thousands, and we just had a blast every time we played at the Plaza.
But we load in through the back. This went kind of directly to the stage. The stage would have been over here, so we would load in, set up, do sound check. But we would always come back here before a show and kind of psych ourselves up to do our stage entrance, right? You remember that?
Yeah. We had enough energy. We were teenage boys.
Yeah.
We didn't need extra.
It was
But
the time to take your shirts off.
looks good. I kind of didn't know what to expect. Like if it had been completely untouched, I would not have been surprised. And like in 25 years further into decay,
Right.
I would not have been surprised. But this looks good. It's functional.
Well, we were just out there a couple weeks ago, and that place hasn't changed a bit. I think it's not even really. I mean, from the outside anyway, it's an art gallery now. Someone bought it out, totally redid the inside. There's still the stage, but all the seating's gone.
This all used to slope down like an old, theater would.
And it has the theater seating still when we played. Yeah.
Oh yeah. So kind of starting from that wall, it was all downhill from there, as they say.
I was thinking though how crazy it was that we would max that place out, that we would fill that venue as high school kids.
High school kids, it was amazing.
Yeah, and they were happy to have us.
Mosh pit and everything, just like everyone was going nuts.
So we did have teenagers, moshing to our music, and even to some of our ballads, which to this day JT makes fun of us for.
That we had ballads?
No, that we had people moshing during our ballads.
That's just how badass they were.
Right, I agree.
I don't know why he thinks of that as a negative.
Right.
Yeah, as far as a proper meeting goes, that would have been Nomad.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
Yeah, that would have been that's when introductions, etc. Like, yeah, I was an intern, and Interstate 9 was recording.
I know I remember the story. If you don't remember it. I'm interested to know what your version of the story is.
What I remember is I was playing, just young teenager playing guitar like at a house party. I think at my parents' house that my brother was throwing.
Yeah, you're right.
And you guys were just there and saw me play my Dave Matthews Band covers.
Yes, and I assume that you thought of me as just one of your older brother's annoying friends that just happened to be at the house making a bunch of noise like we all were doing. I went to go use the restroom and walked down to your hall, and I guess, I don't know if it was your bedroom, it was a bedroom, but you were in the bedroom playing acoustic guitar for somebody. And I didn't know that you were a musician or anything. I was like, I think that's Nate's little brother playing guitar, and I kind of like peeked my head back just to hear, and I was thoroughly impressed and wanted to come in and hear, but I didn't want to make you nervous, like to know that I was a musician or anything. So I wanted to keep that facade that I was just gonna act like I was your brother's annoying friend, just kind of bugging you. That's how we actually met.
Your band before had just kind of broken up, and maybe you were looking. Like,
That's true.
Two of the members had left, and so
That's
it was
true.
just you and Grady, and you were looking for. Well, no, he had a bassist. He had the guy Graham, right?
Oh, okay. Yep, that's
And
exactly
then you were
right.
just looking for a lead guitarist, which that was the last thing I could ever describe myself as.
So you came to some rehearsals and it went well.
Yeah.
right?
Yeah. I remember my brother had to drive me because I was 15 and I didn't have my learner's permit yet or anything.
And so I knew you could sing because I'd heard you sing at the party, and I had really wanted to, because up until that point, the band that we were in, I was just the vocalist. I was just the singer. But I had really wanted to start exploring harmonies. And Graham had suggested, he's like, well, I can sing, we can somehow get another mic. I think I got harmony for one of the songs, and it was a newer song. It was Again. You remember the song Again?
Yeah, I do.
It was like a little GC number.
And then I think that's like the first time I crafted an actual guitar solo to a song.
Probably.
Like that was the first time I ever wrote a guitar solo. We played a few gigs though.
We did. We did something at Grady's. This was a Battle of the Bands or some kind of thing at Grady's High School.
Yeah.
Right?
We had to leave early for another show, but I think we may have gotten second. Is what I heard.
Only second.
Yeah.
Were you singing at that point?
I don't think so. I think I was just playing guitar.
I feel like it wasn't until Graham left that you started singing. But I remember when you and I sang for the first time and it worked, how excited I was about that. That like, I'm in a band that can do vocal harmonies. I think we had attempted it with my first band, and it was all octaves. Like,
My instinct is to go back as far as I can remember to where like that seed was kind of like a musical seed was planted, and maybe those were the beginning stages of it, of just like what my parents and my older brothers were listening to, and eventually it got to the point where I was enjoying that music so much and just kind of enthralled by these musicians, these performers, and like watching them perform on TV or whatever, whenever, or just hearing it. And something clicked where it's like, I want to try that. I want to kind of learn that, that melody, just anything like that.
I like that answer because that was like innocently the reason I did it too. I think I could do that. I think I might be able to be good at that. When I first started playing instruments, when I was a kid, when I started playing guitar for the first time, when I wrote my first song, there were very specific reasons why I wanted to do it, why I wanted to make music, why I wanted to be in a band, why I wanted to go into the recording studio and make music and have these copies of what we had done. And those reasons, when I was 15 years old, I think a lot of it had to do with wanting to be on stage, wanting to perform, wanting to play shows, these kinds of things. But now, kind of in my adulthood, the reason that I make music is far different. but enlighten me as to maybe like when you started out, what kind of drove you to make music versus why you would do it now?
Oh, why I can't even answer why I do it now. But back then, I mean, it really was as simple as like, it sounds silly, and I think this is the case for a lot of people. I just thought Eddie Van Halen sounded cool. I mean, it's that. There's really not much more to that.
Yeah.
I heard, the very first thing I heard was the intro to Mean Streets.
Nice.
And it's just, I'd never heard anything like that before. I didn't know anything about guitar or anything, but just the sound of it. And I just thought, that's what I want to do. But that's the guitar part. But as far as performance, that was Purple Rain. Like, no question.
Oh, yeah.
Like, what? Like, just seeing that, like, that's what made me want to do, like, that's what I want to do. I want to be on stage and do what that guy's doing. So I was only like 7 or 8 when I saw it. I was like, yep, that's it. That's what I want. I want that. I want to do that.
That's my honest answer as to why I make music. It's just this thing in me that I can't really articulate. I can't explain it. It's just this thing in me. I feel like I have to do it.
It's another language that I use to express kind of what's going on inside of my brain, inside of my heart. And it's a way that I can kind of express that I'm not able to articulate in conversation.
Yep.
Like it's and what's weird about it is that sometimes it comes out where I don't really know what it means. I'm writing a song or anything like that. I know that it's coming from a certain place that I'm not able to articulate, but but I don't know what it means.
It's a hidden language.
Yeah. It's definitely something that it's sort of a release or like a telling of a certain emotion or a certain feeling. It's like something that just leaks out of me a different way than talking, I guess.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, the itch for Ryan that seemed like he was like compulsed to do it. And, you know, he just like breathed music and, you know, it just sort of spilled out of him.
Early on, it kind of poured out of me. And I was, I had to write everything down and I'd get an idea, work on it as soon as possible, and then I kind of leave it for the next thing, like kind of just very, very quick. Mm-hmm. And as I've gotten older, I've realized that I've had to work more for it, where it's just like I've had to actually kind of schedule that time. And I want to, it might just be the easiest answer of just like, you get older, you have more responsibilities. Yeah. It's almost like putting kind of the work into like a relationship with anybody that you have, kind of a thing, where it's just like, it might come easy at first, but then as it progresses, you kind of have to take, you know, that time or set aside time to kind of work on certain aspects of it.
There's something all of us feel when you're pushed and then you actually do achieve something.
Oh, yeah.
You maybe go, I don't know if I can do this, and then you do, and you're like, and it's nice when someone else is there going, I know you can do this.
Yeah.
Or if anyone can do it, it's you.
Yep.
And you're going, well, great. I guess I'll do it then.
Yeah.
Or I'll, you know, do my best. And it feels nice when someone goes, yeah, that was it.
Right.
That moment. That was it moment.
Yeah.
I like how you let me work on, you know, the songs that you want me to play on. You kind of have an open door of just like, here's the rough outline of the song. You probably don't have vocals yet. It's usually maybe drums and then synthesized horn parts will go in. The real stuff will go in later. And then just the chords and just like the format of the song, the form of the song. And I appreciate like the freedom that you kind of have. Like I feel like you trust me in how I play, and you kind of let me have my style in it.
Yep.
And then it's great because it's a great back and forth. I kind of start off with a part, and then we massage it into something where it's just like it can go here, that note, like instead of going down, go up, kind of a thing. And it you know, within a couple of hours, we have something that's very, very solid, very melodic.
Yep.
any harmonies, any doubling that needs to go on, just to kind of like reinforce it. And it's always really satisfying to kind of, because I feel like we were always really put in pretty hard work to get that part. And it feels very collaborative, but still, like, I feel like and with everybody else that you kind of work with on your songs, like, you want their personality.
Yes.
Mainly because it doesn't, like, you could just do it all yourself, but like you can tell, like, for me too, when I do everything myself, it just, especially to my ears, just like, it just sounds like a bunch of me's.
Right.
And
exactly right.
And to have that ensemble sound is like, it's special, and that's usually what connects to other people, and they can hear it, more or less they can hear it, whether they're conscious of it or not. There's something that you're drawn to when you can hear that ensemble of like a bunch of people, whether or not they're recording it all at the same time in the same room. My ears are kind of drawn to that kind of thing.
I don't even think it was until my 20s that I ever really viewed myself as a songwriter, and it was out of necessity, because the band broke up, or a band wasn't together, and I wanted to create something. So I thought, like, wow, I really, for the first time, am gonna have to write all the parts, play all the parts. Yeah,
It's on me.
it's gratifying, certainly.
Probably a little scary at the time.
Yeah, certainly not. Even to this day, it's not desired. I don't exclusively ever want to be the only musician on anything. I love what other musicians bring to a song. I did a record where I did everything, and there's something satisfying about that. There's a different amount of pride to it. Like, I did all of this, I did all the parts. But there's something magical about somebody else's ears and the way they paint musically on something, and I'm your biggest fan in the sense that, like, when I get stuck on something, I'll normally take a song to a point, and then I'm like, I'm in a rut, like there's something that's not quite here, and then to turn it over to you and have you do your bit is so incredibly satisfying to get it back. So I'm just like, I never would have thought of that. I never would have thought to put that there, but it sounds so magical.
Something I noticed about Ryan early on was Ryan will say yes to almost any musical situation, especially if it involves his friends. Whether or not that gives him the want to write, to create, I don't know.
Yeah.
That's something he's got to. But I think, the more he gets to create, he gets pulled into a thing with you, and he's playing your composition, I think that sparks something in him of, Brian's doing this. I think there's something that happens, it's like you pass something along. And I think the same deal if I go, let's do a show based around this artist. I think writers, creators like him naturally do the thing actually that we were talking about, which is, that's a cool idea, that gives me an idea.
Yep, I think you're right.
It's a bad idea to come into that situation and immediately go, I want to make this idea better, but it is a very cool thing to walk away from that situation going, I did what was asked of me there, now I'm going to create something new.
Yeah.
This is how I would have done it.
Yep.
Or this is the idea that it gives me. And I think that's the sort of person that Ryan is.
I love working with Ryan because in a similar way to Jeffrey, I never have something specific that I want him to do, and I always preface anything that I'm going to hand to him like, this isn't a blank canvas. Like, by all means, do whatever you're inspired to do. Yeah. And I can hear that he's having fun with it, and that's why, I think originally I had come to him with like, here, I need a rhythm guitar or a lead guitar here, and it was always just like, okay, here's the thing you asked for. But given the opportunity for Ryan to be Ryan, like Jeffrey, they're magical parts.
Yeah, you just kind of wind them up and let them go, right?
Yep. Trying to remember what year it was that I signed with Cassette Recordings. Do you remember?
I don't remember. If I think back, I could probably sort it out, but
2006, 2007, I think.
Sounds about right.
Yeah.
And what we were just doing, so we signed you guys to do just digital distribution, correct?
Yep.
And yeah, that's where I met Scott, and he was kind of rolling it solo. He had a music house doing, custom music for TV commercials and spots, that kind of stuff. And yeah, he was just kind of doing it all on his own. So I took over engineering, mixing, co-producing everything with him. And we had a small label, which was Cassette. And I was back in the MySpace days, which is how I reconnected with you.
Yep.
And then, one thing led to another. We were kind of, signing bands, but really signing for digital distribution and also rights to, shop your music around. And these other bands shop their music around to get placements and licensing for, TV spots and commercials and that kind of thing. So I think in a nutshell, that's kind of how I remember it all going down.
When we put that CD out, I had a studio, Highland Studio, and when I made that,
is that the one in your garage in Highland Village?
Yeah, that's the one. And I just Highland Sound Productions was just kind of like this faux label that I decided to create last minute so I could have something to stamp on the CD. But really, that was the birth of my production label. After I left Cassette Recordings, I just never turned back. I never looked back after that. It was, I think maybe 2 years after that CD that I released officially my first project on my production label. So,
dude, I mean, to be honest, I was super stoked that you reached out, but also, I'm glad to have been a part of anything that moved you forward in a positive way.
Yeah,
super cool. I'm definitely jealous that you're still, heavily involved in music, whereas for me, it's like, if I get a chance, I could sit down and play some drums, that's about it. Yeah, it was really cool to reconnect with you at that point. It was nice to see that, that you were still gung-ho and still pushing for everything and trying to make it work, because so many people that I knew in the industry had fallen off, and I feel like me and maybe one or two buddies were the last one standing. So that was refreshing to see that, an old friend was still hacking away at it and trying to fulfill some dreams. And I was really happy that I could be a part of that for you.
Brian and I met on the internet somehow, and he needed some flute playing, and I offered that as I had played, and through that did some flute playing on BC & Co. And then it came about that I also could sing or like to sing, and it seemed like the current vocalist was not going to work out, so kind of offered a trial run through that and became the female vocalist on BC & Co.
yeah, it was fun. It was also just a big mystery. I had no idea what I was doing. I had no idea what I was going to get back. We were using these, I bought 2 Super 8 cameras off eBay that said in the description that they were in good condition, so I trusted it. One of the 2 didn't work, so we were stuck with one. And the viewfinder was kind of cloudy, so you couldn't really totally, you just kind of hoped and trusted that you could see the frame, you couldn't see any details. So having no clue what we were doing, we just kind of like set up some instruments to where we wanted them in kind of different sections of the studio, filmed each section. So Ryan filmed my parts, JT filmed some of mine, and then vice versa. We all filmed each other's portions. I think we maybe filled up 4 Super 8 cartridges.
It's expensive.
Yeah, and then sent them off to have them processed. And then it wasn't until they're like, here they are. It's like fingers crossed, but like after hundreds of dollars spent on that, we got decent footage. It was enough to put together my very first music video.
My first introduction to Highland Sound was finding one of Brian's projects called The Omni Galore, like years and years and years ago. And I'm not even really sure how I stumbled across that first EP, like maybe one of my friends sent it to me or something, but I absolutely fell in love with every track on it. But specifically, like I remember riding around on my bike and listening to One Rogue Wave and Hard Inner Workings. I'm not really sure how we connected after that. I think I must have like stalked him online and contacted him, but from there he started a new project called Carrington's Retreat, and he asked me if I would sing some vocals on it, and I was delighted. And so I recorded some tracks at my studio in California, and then Brian flew me out and we spent a couple days together shooting some music videos for the tracks we recorded, and it was just such a blast. Like I felt really welcomed in by his family, and we had so many really fun experiences. I was like in like this really weird sailor dress, like floating around on a boat in a pond with an umbrella, and I think like Brian's just a really fun person to work with and so imaginative. Like I think one of the initial reasons why I first fell in love with his work was his use of harmony. Like a lot of his songs are harmonized throughout and just so smartly done. And I think harmony creation, at least from his point of view, really digs into the emotion, and the harmonies that he chooses for his songs are really pointed towards the subject of the song. If he wants to make you feel melancholy, he knows how to do it with his harmonies, and if he wants to lift you up, you've got those big soaring thirds and fifths. Another thing that I really love about Brian's work is his integration of imagery and film into the musical ideas. I mean, when he's writing a song, I can only imagine that he has a movie in his head of how it's going to look, and I think so few people have that talent, have both of those talents at the same time, and it's really awesome to work with someone who has such a clear vision for what they want, and I love stepping into that role and helping bringing these ideas to life.
Take what you can take.
That was the very first music video that we shot. And I had no experience with it. And I didn't know what I was supposed to be doing. And I felt like I came out looking so angry. And that was not my goal. I think I was just trying not to smile through it.
One more reason why. One more kiss goodbye. One more reason. One more kiss goodbye.
It was the Plaza Theater, is that what? Because I just knew it as that big theater in Carrollton. And that was Newsbreak, right? Which is like, that's probably my favorite song off of that project. It's a powerful song for me. It was good female vocals in that. And then we're performing in this theater and you've got Harris Orion up on the marquee. It feels very cool. It feels like if we could have filled it with 1,000 people, we would have been playing to a really cool audience. That was a really neat venue to play at. It felt very like we were celebrities or something. And the other one at the Quixotic, that is a cool place to be. And yes, the infamous leather shoot where I wore a pink leather jacket that I still own, actually. And I can never wear again because it will, I've just got too many memories with it. It takes me back. I feel like those three projects that the Harris Orion and Missiles to the Masses and Topher and Prescott, I feel like we bounced around on vocals with that sometimes, it felt like. Or maybe you chose to not use one of the songs on one project and use it on a different one, and so that's kind of how I feel like that came together, because I can't remember the order in which those happened. They sort of felt grouped together, and that's how I remember them. Although I feel like Topher and Prescott definitely had a little bit more of, like there was more acoustic guitar sounds in it. There was the harmonica, like it had a different feel and sound. I don't want to say country, it wasn't country, but it had a different feel, a little bit maybe less electronic than some of the other projects had felt. Some of my favorite songs are on that one, on Topher and Prescott.
So, Grandma saw that I was very interested in the harmonica and completely blown away with it, and so she went out and got me a harmonica the next day. And I took it out. There's a river in back of her house. I waded out to the middle of the river and sat on some rocks, and where nobody could bother me, and played till my lips bled. By the end of the day, I could play "Oh Susanna." Yeah, and I worked on that and listened to blues musicians playing harmonica, and I read about the Rolling Stones. The Rolling Stones are telling me to listen to Muddy Waters and Little Walter, playing with him. Anyway, so no, I got way off into the harmonica.
We did Sweet Myrtle Moon, which is a great one, has great, like, it's my husband's favorite songs. It has all the great harmonica in it. And then we did Miracles and Wars there, and those were both really, really good songs and really good for that venue. Very interesting warehouse, multi-story warehouse. And we did Theater is Dead there. We did that one inside only, I believe.
Headstrong. Though you know you're still going along. Theater is dead, but I'm alive and well in your head. Lying all alone in your bed.
I ended up doing all of the camera work for Wine in the Well, and that was fun.
Yep.
That was a bunch of climbing stairs and hitting heads on the ceiling of Off the Grid.
Mm-hmm.
And then the rest is history.
Wine in the Well, we did all these cool like shots on the rooftop area, which I felt very cool about. And you know, we were like in Dallas, you could see the Dallas skyline. It looked very nice. I know there's a really cool shot where I'm like wearing sunglasses and I look the coolest I've ever looked in my entire life. And I remember that one because you did this one really cool shot where it was like circling us. And I just remember feeling very aware of myself because, you know, it's coming around, now it's not here, now it's coming around again, now it's not here. And I think also that one too was when we had to do these very like slow sort of walking into things or walking away from things. Yeah, that's what I remember about that one.
Show me the way. Show me the way. Show me the way back home.
So the videos have evolved in a pretty major way since we started all that stuff. So when you first came in, it was more about the venue. We were trying to do more band performances, so there weren't a lot of concepts involved in the videos. It was more about just capturing the performance. And then we started to try to bring more concepts into what we were doing.
The first video we did that had like a major kind of concept story video was probably Carnivores, right? That had to be it.
Carnivores and unmarked walls. Where did she leave the keys? You put a higher on the gun. You put a higher on the one you love. You put a higher on the gun. You put a higher on the one you love.
We were playing with What If the Power Went Out in just your house.
Mm-hmm.
And then the rest of the video is like, we're just gonna light it with an iPhone light and see how it looks. And so that was cool. I did that all on my phone, so just on one phone.
I think that was easier to do because we didn't have an entire concept and we weren't using a lot of gear. It was easy to get in tight spaces. We were minimal lighting, so we could just kind of like,
Yeah.
you know, we could
It
just
was
kind of.
this phone, brand new phone.
Yep.
When I got it brand new, I was like, let's shoot a video on this.
Carnivores is probably my second favorite ending.
Yeah, because it's you.
The
and
alter
you.
ego reveal. Yeah.
That was weird. And that was, you're just like...
Right. I don't know, it creeps me out watching it. The Topher and Prescott EP, we ended up finishing out.
Doing the whole thing. Yeah.
A video for everything.
Port to starboard. I did that, and then I just... Let's do the whole thing and dissolves. And then we did Letters from the Grave, and that's one of my favorite videos because that was kind of a retrospective of the whole project, and it was the last one, and that was cool because we ended up taking pieces of all the videos and chopping it into one thing.
Yep.
And it ended up making sense and kind of feeling really sentimental, you know.
The Sweet Myrtle Moon video showed in what, like 10 seconds? Just because it was on a track the whole time.
You're moving on. Right from the start, you knew it all along. Day after day was such a long, long time away. Without a prayer to pray, I closed my eyes until I knew that you were gone. You're moving on.
The Topher and Prescott movie, the motion picture, that took a long time, and we ended up editing it together, and it ends up being like 52 minutes long or something like that.
We'd kind of thought of the story. We knew right off the bat that we were going to film the entire thing in black and white, as noir as possible.
Yeah.
I don't know, I feel like as much of a concept as we had for that, we ended up making some of it up along the way.
And it was fun to discover that because there's a lot of stuff in that where you could imply all day long what's going on and it fits still.
And people have, and we love everyone's interpretation of it just as much as the other. I don't know how much we give away of our intended concept in that. Because I
don't know, we might not want to.
I hate robbing that of the
game. Let no one be misled.
Ooh. Comes back around. We weren't able to release that the way we had kind of hoped to. That was our fault with our song choice and copyright and that kind of thing.
Yeah, the Sleepy Lagoon.
But as we tried later to put new music to it, it just never totally felt the same. I think the original idea was in hopes that we were going to put in an original score to it. That never came to fruition, so we tried more of a stock music thing. It still didn't work. Nothing felt as great as that original audio, so because of that we couldn't release it anywhere. But we did get to premiere it in a movie theater.
We did the BC and Co video.
Yeah, the Great Equator, Let No One Be Misled.
We did the Great Equator, Let No One Be Misled, and that was fun. That was the first time that we ever did anything that was heavily color altered. So that was interesting.
Music is my own personal therapist. It's the person in my head, you know. If you're
you know, having a down day or even a great day, or just like, what do I want my soundtrack to be today? What do I want to hear today, you know, while I'm on the road, or, you know, get through this, you know, bad feeling. But, you know, I'd say having the love of music strikes a vibe with why we're all friends.
So I met Brian, Cody, Dave at the bar. I was bartending, and then, you know, they were talking about music and an upcoming thing project they were working on. And then I heard about piano, so I butted in, told them, hey, I know how to play piano. And then met them up 2-3 days later at the studio, and we jammed out for a couple hours, and then, you know, met up in Dallas, Texas. We were getting ready to shoot a video, hand for hand, and I played Rhodes piano, which by far best piano out there. And, you know, it was an amazing process, and it turned out amazing in my opinion, you know.
Met Brian through Dave, and David posted a picture of a piano up on his social media, and I said, hey, you need a horn player, let me know. And he put me in touch with Brian, and we started making songs.
About a year later, we ended up doing Eventides. Went out to Cabin in the Woods, which is a great process, man. I mean, doing the time lapse just to get the, you know, from daytime to sunset, you know, all from like playing the villain, so to say, and then like, you know, going and looking after Brian in the whole shoot. We've never done a music video like that to where I was just, you know, a role character, and I wasn't playing music or doing anything like that. And so that's what really was the fun process, because I got directed, you know, produced, and then had to actually, you know, take in consideration of like how this is going to turn out versus, you know, oh, this is just my part, worry about my music, you know, bass, and then out, you know. And so that's what I really enjoyed and loved about it.
Here's a little bit of what I played for Eventides. I got the track. The first thing that I kind of felt and kind of listened to were the drums, and just kind of how heavy and kind of mean they were, and I wanted to kind of match that with the guitar, and especially on the solo. When it just kind of rips through, I just wanted it to be kind of rough, kind of surgical, and this was kind of what I was going for. this is the idea I had for the chorus, kind of opening it up a little bit, really tough kind of part. Here we go.
I've really enjoyed everything from the Carrington's Retreat projects. Eventides was a huge deal. We spent a lot of time and we went to a lot of places to shoot that, and that ended up being kind of mysterious and creepy and kind of, we wanted to be kind of noir even more so with that one. We had Demitri and Kyle was in it for a little bit, and it was just a really interesting video to put together when we finally came out with the ending. And
I think my two favorite things of that video, because we had access to the bar and were able to film in there, I just think those look so good. I love those shots.
They look like a noir.
Dimitri's shots are so good. Obviously, Kyle's shots are precious to me. And then the car scenes that we did, some of them were actual, we're out driving, and then the magical creating with projectors, which I sometimes forget when I'm even watching it. Like, tell because oh yeah, that's not even me really driving. Sitting in a parked car with projected road in front of us, and then in the freezing cold, taking flashlights outside of the car and whipping them, through the windows to make it look like headlights had just gone by.
And then the kind of idea after you watch the video and you're like, oh, Demitri is kind of like a metaphor. Like, he's not really, is he there? Or do we know if he's really there?
Yep.
Is it just like something is chasing after him?
Who knows?
Yeah. And the ending is like, it's like you're finally free kind of feeling.
Mm-hmm. At the beach.
We haven't done enough beach shoots.
I'm done with beach shoots.
On the song One More Sunrise, I got to have a little more influence over the direction of the song. Brian still provided a framework with the drums and the layout of the form of the song, and a loose chord structure, but I said, hey, let's try this here, and he was totally receptive to it, and it was great. Then we started collaborating on it. He had the idea of doing a choir, so we did that. He had me write the choir part, which was really cool. But yeah, big brass stuff, big choir, there's harp, there's everything in that song. We worked together on that one too and sent it off to our trumpet guy over in Portugal.
When Brian invited me, I was instantly amazed and thrilled to start to work on his songs, on his pieces, because he provided so beautiful details and so great energy.
Brian contacted me in August 2021 to record two songs, Eventides and Burning Daylight. I accepted this challenge, of course, and I recorded these 2 tracks here in my home studio in Portugal.
So, with all these details provided by Brian, we construct and build the right backing strong trombone sound for his horn section, and everything went smooth and straight to the end of each session.
Both songs are a masterpiece, full of details. You can listen the songs 100 times and you will always listen something new. It's amazing.
Also because when I've seen the final release, your final release of the piece, of the song, the final video, it was like, wow, we didn't meet each other before that day, and while I was seeing that, it was like every recording that in the same place, in the same room, in the same moment. So I really enjoyed to be part of it and to see how well everything was crafted.
I thank you, Brian, for the invitation, for this outstanding work, and I also thank you for all your kindness. Cheers.
Thanks, Brian, for inviting me in, to be part of your productions and to explore your art.
Yeah, it was definitely cool having my input heard and then getting it sent out to be recorded, writing a trombone part and having a trombone player play it. Do a great job and send it back, and it sounds a lot better than the MIDI sample, that's for sure. It does a little bit for your ego too. You have to watch it. Gotta be careful. Yeah, what's really cool with these songs, there's also videos. We're not just doing songs, it's the whole thing. We've got music videos and they're really well done, thought out.
That was ambitious, incredibly ambitious to do 12 videos for 12 songs over 2 EP projects. We did it. It seemed exhausting. Do I think I'll ever do that again? I hope to, but not anytime soon.
Sometimes it's fun to just, this song we would love to see a visual accompaniment to this song.
I had put out music for years before ever creating my first music video, Hard Inner Workings, the Omni Galore. Because I thought in my head the music was important enough to stand on its own. I wasn't into the world of trying to create music videos yet, so my intention in all of it was to just create these songs that had their own legs. But it seems like even more so, like these days, the attention span of the people that you're trying to get your music to, like some people just won't listen to a song anymore. Some people need that,
especially like a whole EP.
Yeah, they need that visual help.
Especially like there's some songs of yours that I can't not think of the video as well as the song.
Yeah.
First person, second nature. What goes up must come down. What goes around comes around. Decision, indecision, and only time will tell. All is well that ends well. Good things come to those who wait.
The first video we did was First Person, Second Nature. And it was great just because of how long we've known each other, but not necessarily see each other all the time. So it being about somebody that you're kind of your first love, that first person that you're comfortable with, and then that love kind of dying, that comfort that you once had and it not being there, which by this point in our lives, I think we both understood that feeling, and it really came together really well, and we were able to work together on screen super well.
Another cool thing we did, especially in Atlantic Heights, was the outros to the songs. Second Nature and Eventides. Those are really cool, just taking little bits of the song and changing the mood a little bit and tagging it at the end. Those are great ideas from Brian to put them in there, and I'm glad that he was trusting in me to help out in writing them and recording them, so that was cool. I feel like there was more time that went into the Atlantic Heights, and so I felt really connected to that one. And then maybe the Pacific Lights came sooner, or it went faster.
And if you find your way home, hold on the line and give me a sign you're okay.
We did Bullet Train. From my end, I was really trying to show that numbness of loss. Ironically, I was at that time in process of losing my best friend, so I really tried to pull from that and just being numb, and the whole concept of the video turned out beautifully.
Like every single one, 12 songs, they're great. They've got their unique aspects to them. I think they work well together.
Arbor is so universal. That song is such a heartfelt song. That song is so, like, everybody can relate to it. Like, I love how that song is so, it's about, you know, if you've ever wronged somebody before, like, how many times can you ask for forgiveness? And then, especially if they still forgive you, it's like, wow, you can never repay, or or it's like, and it's like, how long am I going to be this person that keeps making these mistakes, or that keeps, you know, certain people in your life that are always going to be, whether it's family or friends that, you know, that you really love. Like, to me, that song is very fitting for all of those kind of situations where it's like, you know, the complicated nature of whenever people wrong each other. Like, that's such a great, because it's such a, like, it's a pleading from the heart.
Back on my feet now.
feedback I think I got afterwards was the best part of it for me. You know, the people who were like, oh my God, it's so great that you and Grady are making music together, and to, you know, see Ryan and Grady and Brian in a song together.
And we should.
Yeah, I agree. I totally agree.
The Carringtons Retreats, we've been working on this for about 2 years. I think it's been about 2 years since Brian reached out to me, or a year and a half or so. And it's been an awesome experience working on all these songs. Brian has been an awesome person to work with. He's clear with his ideas, and is also always open to new ideas. So it's been a very great process. The songs are beautiful, soulful, catchy, and I'm sure, you know, there are songs that people really enjoy listening to. Shout outs from Nigeria.
And I had the great pleasure of participating in the Carringtons Retreat project from Highland Sound, where I worked together with Brian on the songs One More Sunrise, but also The Russian Doll, where I actually sang the solo opera part. And that song was especially fun for me, since, I have never heard anything like it before. At least, I have never heard opera singing heard together with that kind of music, which was a novelty to me, but a good one.
And then the last one we did was my favorite. We're Bonnie and Clyde on the run, and then ultimately I'm the villain and betray him and get caught up in the greed of everything instead of love. And it just turned out so well, and honestly it was just such a blast to be a part of. And my favorite part of the whole project was Brian gave me the opportunity to do some backup vocals. Since I've always played music, but never professionally, he was able to coach me a lot, and I really appreciated the opportunity to be able to do that and kind of see even deeper behind the scenes on a different level than when I was 18. So it was just honestly, really great project for me all the way around, and I was just very honored to get to be a part of it.
Closer, and they're gonna get closer. get deeper. They're gonna get deep, and they're gonna get deeper. Do you really know where you're going? Do you really know where you've been? But you're gonna get deep, and you're gonna get deeper. They're gonna get deep, and they're gonna get deeper. Set fire to the rescue boat, we're sailing lady. Set fire to the rest who float over the edge. Set fire to the western rose, we're sailing lady. Set fire to the rest it goes over the edge. All signs born to all the signs, and all minds read between the lines. And all signs all find you. Set fire to the rescue boat, we're sailing lady. Set fire to the rest who float over the edge. Set fire to the western rose, we're sailing lady. Set fire to the rest it goes over the edge. All signs born to all the signs, and all minds read between the lines. And all signs all find you.
Sailing Mayday is the first video that we've done where I actually, well, I guess it's the only video we've done where it came out better than I would have hoped. Like,
Yeah.
it's the only thing, and I know that's rare, like, as most things are never as good as they are in your head.
Right.
But Sailing Mayday, I would say a lot of it came out better than I hoped, which is crazy. Like, that was the most surprising, because that video is so, like, we had that simple concept, but it ended up taking on this kind of extra meaning, especially the ending. And
Yeah. I love the ending of that video.
Yeah.
As far as endings go for videos, it's hands down my favorite. I'm trying to think if there's not even a close second. I
remember
don't think.
Austin helped us get the drone footage, and then he crashed his drone.
Oh,
It was
yeah.
fun. It's a fun behind the scenes thing.
One drone down.
It just went up into a tree limb. We kept some of the footage as like the in the messed up video, the messed up chorus section.
We can insert that here.
So, we started Pacific Lights with Sailing Mayday as the first song. And we had Jeffrey Barnes come into the studio. Man, what a day. That guy can play.
When I work with Jeffrey, he normally comes in, nothing written, because I think it would be foolish to write something for Jeffrey Barnes. He just off the cuff, put him in front of a mic and say go. He'll never play the same thing twice. He'll always throw something at you that is mind-blowing. In fact, when he leaves, I had all of these takes. I'm like, how could I possibly choose one over the other? They're so amazing, right? When you're working with somebody like Jeffrey, it's like, it's such an honor and such a privilege to just have him come in and be a part of it and be willing to participate, that it's hard for me to take the compliment. like you were saying, anytime he says anything sweet, like I did something magical to his performance is ridiculous because everything he does is gold.
Yeah.
It's official.
Okay. Always had a piano. So, I mean, there's a picture of me sitting on my mother's lap when I was a little baby at the piano. So, I mean, there's always that. Not that I've ever become a really good pianist or anything, but anyway, I've always had one. And my mother sang to me a lot, and nursery rhymes and whatnot, and so she blamed herself for me being a musician, and she's probably right. When I was in the 4th grade, the last part of the 4th grade, they gave us all that is all the 4th grade students, a musical aptitude test, and I did really good on it. They said, "You want to be in the band?" Well, yeah, I want to be in the band. Well, okay, what instrument would you like? Drums. And the band teacher says, your pitch recognition is too good. I don't want you on drums. Okay, Grandpa's got a saxophone up in the attic. He has an alto saxophone up in the attic, and you won't have to buy an instrument, and I'll still get to play a cool instrument. And the band teacher says, "You learn the clarinet, and I will teach you the saxophone in a half an hour." Which is, he didn't, but nonetheless, it's something you can do. I was glad. I wasn't too keen on the clarinet at first, but nonetheless, he's right. Clarinet is a beautiful thing with an enormous range. Anyway, no, I love the thing anyway.
He's exciting. Jeffrey is just like an exciting musician because he's insanely good at everything. So it's inspiring for me to meet someone like Jeffrey. I've known him for a long time, known who he is for a long time. Yeah. But to get to play with someone and go, man, that guy is fun to play with. He's fun to be around.
And he's loving it.
Yeah. It just exudes positivity. And then afterward, will ask me, how did I do? What'd you think?
Yeah.
I'm like,
right.
How did I do?
Right, yeah,
You know,
exactly.
like I should be asking you this. You're somebody. You've been on The Simpsons, man.
Yes.
You know, like that, he has Grammys, and which those things are not exactly goals I'm after or anything like that, but
right.
that's really cool.
Yeah, impressive.
To be recognized.
Yeah.
By, The Simpsons, that would be huge. That is a goal. Never mind. I'm stating that for the record. I want to be on The Simpsons.
Yeah, me too.
These are for nominations for Grammys. We actually had 7, but we had 2 one year. I thought about taking them out and mounting them on a helmet or something,
Sure.
walking around.
Put them on a chain around your neck.
I got all kinds of instruments all around the house. Percussion instruments, a few brass instruments, because I spent a certain amount of time playing the cornet and a French horn and a tuba. If I could, I would go all around the Mediterranean, checking out places where they play multiple horns at the same time.
Which you do.
Which I do.
Yep.
Uh-huh. Anyway, so that's what I do.
Yeah, that is what you do. We were lucky enough to have you play bari sax, harmonica, and clarinet.
Yep.
And to this day, those are our fans' favorite songs.
Huh.
I don't think it's any coincidence.
No. It's flattering. Yeah.
I don't know what it comes from. There's definitely an energy to this new Omni Galore project that's it's comparable to the old original Omni Galore project, but it's hard to say where any of it really comes from. I hear it, and then my mission is to try to figure out how to get it to sound the way I'm hearing it in my head.
I forget exactly how that second part starts.
You kind of nailed it as far as like where you stopped and started the other one. So this is what you just did with the second half of the first half.
Cool.
And once the EP was ready to come out, you know, he kept me in the loop with the release. I was just blown away. And he offered me the opportunity to take some of his stems and remix a song of my choosing. And so I did, and you know, just cranked it out. It was not hard with the amazing amount of musicianship and work that went into those songs. And so one thing led to another, and the stems kept coming, and the songs kept coming, and the remixes kept coming together.
B-Don, what's happening?
What's going on, man?
Where are you at?
Man, I'm in the best studio in the world, man. I'm at Brian's house. I meet Dave at the bar. Turns out he works at one of my sister restaurants, and I'm in there and I'm singing and I'm jamming. He hears me singing, and he says, "Man, I gotta get your number, man. We need to link up." And then like the very next day, we link up at his house, and I come over there freestyling, just like tunes and stuff that I had ready, man. After going through like some crazy breakup and stuff like that, right? But like taking like music that just comes from your soul, and you know, like it comes from like tragedy or whatever, but it makes great music, and we just boom, we captured it all. Then next thing I know, Dave's kidnapping me, bringing me out here to Flower Mound, and I meet Brian, man, at Highland Productions, and we out here at his house, and it's awesome, man. Like took one of our songs, it's called Beyond Infinity, and he took it to the next level, you know. He did take it beyond infinity. It's exactly what he did. That's what he does. Music means everything to me, man. Music is my best friend. Everybody got a song. No matter if they blind, deaf, stupid, don't matter. Everybody's got a song, no matter where you from. You live life to a beat. Life is to a rhythm. You got a heartbeat, you got rhythm. Life and music are like music in life is necessary. That's what I want somebody to take from it. Like, listen to this song and it inspire you to be the best version of yourself. to change, to grow. Like, music is always gonna be there. If somebody was to find my music after being gone, man, I would say the music is the heart line to God, man. If you're looking for the answers, listen to a song.
But I think music is a celebration of life, so I try and like really convey like feelings of love and joy in the music, just because I think that's worth spreading, rather than ideas of hate or just ego or anything like that.
Music is everything to me, like, and everything to everybody else. Like, without music, how would you view the world? That is the peace and centric thing that I see in the world. And that when you think of your problems that are bad, what do you turn to? Music.
I think everybody wants to feel like they're creating something or they're a part of something that's bigger than just themselves, whether or not they admit that. I think it feels good, and I think we all need to tap into that more. Because I certainly, obviously, I'm not doing this, to make $1 million, doing it because I enjoyed performing and I enjoyed the process of it, and I enjoyed feeling like I was getting to do something that tapped into a talent that I don't get to use very often.
And it surprises me sometimes. We're just like, oh, I still have maybe more to say, whether whoever is going to listen to it, that really doesn't matter, because it's like, this is kind of the expression of it, of how I've learned to express myself this way, and it will continue to happen in whatever kind of form, whether it's like however big the production might be, whether it's just me tapping my foot into my phone notes to never listen to it again, or to go into a studio and have a bunch of people play on it or whatever.
I think it ultimately comes back to, I make music for myself. I have to, there has to be something that I like in what I'm doing.
I think sometimes I just hope that when I die, like my son or my family, somebody would look at this and be like, my mom did something that was not just an everyday life thing. She did something cool and interesting and was a part of something, and like it might shock him a bit. What? She was cool.
I try to always approach a song as a fan of it myself. Like if by the end I don't love it as much as I would hope somebody else loves it, what was the point in doing it?
Yeah, but it means something different to everybody, right? But it's some version of that.
Yeah.
Some version of that. Someone said something, saying something in such a way. You've been there and you've heard that song, felt that way, and maybe felt, I need to share this with this person because that's exactly how I feel.
Yeah.
This, this piece of music nails it for me. And that's like what's so cool about it. It's got an air of mystery to it.
Yeah.
But I'll keep trying to figure out why I like it so much, what I get out of it, and I keep searching for new things because I want to keep discovering things. And it's nice to find something new, whether it's actually new or whether it's just new to me,
new to you,
that is like, man, yes, this gets me. But also maybe there's something that does not express that and you gotta write it.
I still find myself getting excited about the work that we're doing, and we still have these magical moments in the studio where we've recorded something and then we're listening back and we kind of look at each other like, did we just do that? Like that really happened, and they're incredibly satisfying moments. And that being said, I feel like the best is yet to come.